Okay, so I've had several people ask me, what is this machine that you'll see in the background of a lot of our videos? This machine is what's called like an Elevate Total Body Gym. You might have seen ads with Chuck Norris in the 90s working out on something like this. It's evolved over the years. It's a pretty good piece of equipment. Basically does allow you to do most anything you would do with a cable at a gym. It also is obviously very easy to store because you can fold it up. And what's nice about it is it works at different heights. So if you have, remember I've talked about strength curves before, like the bicep, it's heaviest here and it's lightest here when you do a curl. Here often the strength curves are reversed. So you'll get the peak weight at the peak of the contraction. And that's helpful in getting a total physique, you know, like a more complete physique. Obviously this video is not for everybody because most people won't have this piece of equipment, but I do have a lot of people who do have a more sophisticated gym at home or who have access maybe in their building, if they live in a big building in New York or something like that, to a semi-private facility that they can use, maybe like a lat pull-down machine, or weights, barbells, that kind of stuff. So as people invest more and more into fitness, you'll see also a lot of people have garages that are all set up as like a mini gym. So this video is more for people who know what they're doing and are, you know, into working out quite a lot, maybe haven't seen this piece of equipment, but maybe would like to do something similar to what they can do on their own, okay, with a more sophisticated setup. So in other videos that I'll post, for example, there's a TRX video. That's going to be like a mid-level exercise, like price range tool. Let's say not an elastic band, which I'll also post, okay? A little bit more expensive. And then you go into basically high end from there, which is dumbbells, barbells, weights, kettlebells, whatever. And then you get into the more complicated things. Now often these machines, you can rent them. You don't have to buy them. So it's not completely out of the budget. One of the things that I think is interesting is even treadmills nowadays, you can rent them. So feel free to look into that, and then let's see what we can do with this one, okay? So let's see. Alright guys, so basically the way this thing works is you unhook it from itself, you slide out the base, and as the base slides out, you roll it out into position, and as you roll it out, the rails come down. You can adjust the foot, pad, right? And what you do is based on the height of the position, you make things harder or easier. And not necessarily does higher mean harder, it just depends on the exercise. These are lat bars that you can do pull-ups with, and the very first thing that we're going to do today is a pull-up. So, you want to line up your body with the front edge of the machine. At home, like I said, if you have a more sophisticated setup, you could start doing pull-ups now, and we're going to try to get to a set of 20. So you cross your feet here, and you just pull up like this. Breathe all the way down. Good. So, like I was saying, this is a little bit more advanced, but, you know, who knows? This lockdown could last a little bit longer than we think. If you guys are really hardcore gym people, renting a piece of equipment like this, normally around 80 or 90 bucks a month, which is almost basically what you pay for a gym membership, so it's not a bad idea to look into it, and it's new, it's something else, keep you kind of focused and motivated. So, the first pull-up was an overhead pull-up. Second pull-up, underhand pull-up. You're going to target the biceps a little bit more. Setup is the same, shoulders in line, right? Keep your hands, palms up. I like to not have my thumb around it. I feel like I get more grip strength by not also using my thumb. So for me, thumb's kind of out. Same move. Try to get to 20. And then just rest out of it. Okay, so reason why pull-ups are hard is because you're going against gravity, right? Maximum body weight against maximum gravitational pull. What makes this easier is that you're at a diagonal. Now, diagonally, 45 degrees basically represents half your body weight. So this here, right now, is set up around 45 degrees, maybe even a little bit less, but basically half of what you weigh. So if I weigh 190 or 200, whatever, it's about 100 pounds. That's going to let you get better pull-ups. And you just make it higher up, and you just keep getting better and better, and you'll find by the time you get back to the pull-up bar, you're stronger. So this incline, lighter version allows you also to do plyometric pull-ups, which is kind of like super advanced normally. The way you do it here, the first one of these will be a double palm down to a double palm up. So it'll be something like this. Basically what you're working with is decelerating, right? Now, just think about how smart the Egyptians were. To bring those big blocks up the pyramid, they made the pyramid on a diagonal, right? They didn't build a square box. So that's the same concept of gravity. If you have a diagonal, you can do things that are typically heavier in a lighter way. This is going to stimulate your muscles that sometimes you don't get a stimulus with because you simply can't do more than 1 or 2 pull-ups. If you do banded pull-ups, which are good too, that's another way of doing it. So if you don't have this, but you have access to a heavy band and you have access to a pull-up bar, that could be something to work on too. You know, pull-up bars too, they're very inexpensive. They're the kind that you stick in the doorway and you can get them for, I think, $20. So again, I don't have a video on it, but a pull-up bar could be something that you might want to invest in. I just did double overhand, right? Now I'm going to do alternated grip. So, same idea, one hand up, one hand down, in the air, you switch. And again, rest. So this might be particularly helpful to people who deadlift, who have alternated grip when they deadlift. Also, it's something that you don't tend to see people do very often. You don't see people do a lat pull down, the alternated grip. But if you think about it, most of the reasons why people hurt themselves in deadlift is not actually a back injury. It's a bicep injury of the palm forward hand. So you can train an exercise similar to that. It's kind of like rehabilitation. You avoid potentially getting hurt by something that's quite common like a bicep tear in the deadlift. All right, and then to finish off this set of 5 pulls, we're going to do a 1-arm pull-up. Again, something you probably won't be able to do vertically, but the beauty of this piece of equipment is it allows you to do it. So with your other hand, do whatever you want, or just kind of have mine back, or dangling, whatever feels right. So today, let's just say, hold on to your pocket and pull. And do 5. Go to the other side. Remember guys, this is still 100 pounds, just now one hand. So it's okay, alternate, and then come back to it. If you can't get to 5, go to 3, then go over here, then go back. Whatever you can. Good, one more. Good. So that's a few exercises that you can do with the vertical gym. Today, I'm going to show you how to do 5 more, but these are all technically pushing. So what you did up till now was pulling. Like I said, modify the height. Once you set it up, you'll bring your hook out from behind and hook on to the machine. Typically, to get in position, you grab the handles first, and when you grab the handles and sit on, for the first one of these, you want the cords under your arm, not over your arm. Alright, so this is kind of like what would be a dumbbell bench press. You just set it up, and then you just go push, push. Okay, so it's obviously not too heavy. This is more like a demo, but you need to make it heavier. You just lift it up. Things to consider, your arms are working independently. So if you have a weaker arm, this is also a good way of strengthening. So you might want to go only as heavy as your slightly weaker arm can handle. Okay, from here, once you get your handles set up with the cord more on the outside, you're going to do a low to high fly, squeeze the chest, get a good stretch. That's 20. Catch your breath if you need to. Again, for demo reasons, I'm not doing it as hard as I normally can, but it's to give you an idea. Most people, if they're working out at home, right, you're going to tend to work out probably multiple days in a row. You might be sore. And it might be a good idea to use the exercises to stay mobile as opposed to always trying to go max out. So the next one will be a shoulder press. You kind of want to lean forward into it. Press up. So, for the next exercise, even though it's a push exercise, you're going to modify your equipment slightly. There's handles on the sides here. They come out. You set yourself up a little bit lower. Put yourself in a position where your head is comfortably on. Stand up. Handles on. Feet up. You can do some dips. I like to have my head up. Some people like to have their head down. I'm just more comfortable like this. It's more like what I would do if I was on a regular dip station. That would be exercise number 4. Again, it's a modular piece of equipment. You can do a ton of things with it. One of the things you can do, obviously, is work single arm. So, for exercise number 5, you're going to do a single arm crossover. Okay? This is a really good exercise. Target the center of your chest. We'll go 15 per side here. If you go past the midline, you get a better contraction. I like to have my hand here too to also feel the squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and even though it's not the best camera angle, onto the other side so you guys can see what's going on from the back. Similar idea. Right? You don't have a lot of room, just do what you can. Alright guys, so that's basically like an intro to how to do the vertical gym. I'll put a link in the video description. You know, it's a piece of equipment. In some cases, if you live in New York or something, you might pay more for a gym membership than you would to just rent a piece of equipment. And with everyone being freaked out about, you know, social distancing, this might be an investment that you might want to make. So this is the reason why I wanted to give you an opportunity to see this piece of equipment. Again, when you're done, it just very easily comes back together. Just make sure you move your handles and your pulleys out of the way. Once you got it close in, handles out of the way, clip it back together. That's it. It takes up very little space. So, again, thank you guys. If you like these videos, please subscribe. If you want to see something in particular, please let us know. And hope everyone stays safe and well. See you again soon. And till next time. Bye. Thank you.